What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comically Boston, episode 32. It has been an eventful week. A lot happened, the trade deadlines, a bunch of stuff happened. I talked mostly about the trade deadline in my last episode, talking about the Russ trade, the KD trade. There's a lot going on. My good friend Jake Pilley, the Gorilla, he fought Friday night, and he successfully competed in the Octagon MMA bout and submitted his opponent in 30 seconds in the first round. Congratulations to you, Coach, Professor Los. My good friend Jake Pilla, here's a picture of me and him. Me and him after the fight, he no scratches, no nothing. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, he knows what he's doing, and he got it done with a Von Flue choke. I've been to 2 of his fights now, and I've yet to see him fight for more than a minute. He's fought for 56 seconds in 2 fights. So the last time was 26 seconds, I believe. This one was 30. It might even be less than that. But hey, he got the damn thing done, and then we cleared the hell out and got out of there. And I know he went out and partied, celebrated, drank, do his thing. I'm not a big drinker these days, so I went home and I watched The Last of Us, episode 5. And let me tell you, The Last of Us, episode 5 was incredible. We'll get to that and spoilers for that towards the end of this episode. But right now we're going to talk about what the Celtics did for themselves on Friday night. They beat up the Hornets 127-116. They improved to 40-16. I believe they're the first team in the NBA with 40 wins. JT had 41, which is great because his last game I believe he had 10 points. So got back on the board. He had 41, 4-4. Derek White is stepping up big when we need him. 33 points, 10 assists. With no Smart, no JB with a broken face because JT ran into him. Terrible. But we get Mike Muscala. It was the one trade that the Celtics made. We got rid of Justin Jackson, some picks. We got Mike Muscala from OKC, which he's a good three-point shooter. He's tall. He's a white boy. I like him. I really do. He had 12 points in the game against Friday. He played for his first game as a Celtic and had 12. 4 for 8 from 3. So shooting 50% from 3 and shooting from 50% from the field. I like to see it. Sam Hauser started again. He had 12 points as well. So now we have Sam shooting 3s, Mike shooting 3s, Derek White dropping 33 shooting 3s. It was a lot of 3s dropped that game. The Celtics are facing the Grizzlies right now, and as we speak, they just tipped off. Al Horford won the tip. The starting lineup tonight is Rob Williams at the point, or at the 5. Al Horford at the 4, JT at the 3, Derek White at the 2, or maybe Derek White at the 1, and Sam Hauser at the 2. So no JB again, no Smart, but we got Rob Williams back in the lineup tonight. The Grizzlies are a good team, and the Grizzlies get on the board first. So, okay, I'll give you guys an update about the Grizzlies game, maybe after their game. The Super Bowl is also tonight, so I'm thinking maybe I'll just make this a longer video and maybe put it out tomorrow, maybe put it out today, because I normally do Monday episodes. Maybe I'll cut these up into 2 videos and do one drop one today on Sunday and then drop another one tomorrow. But the Celtics with that Mike Muscala trade, I really liked it, and I guess let's get into episode 5. Episode 5 of The Last of Us was incredible, man. I really liked it, and yeah, like it is what it is. This is the Henry and Sam story, and Henry and Sam in this story, spoilers all the way through. We're going to be talking spoilers for the game, spoilers for the show. So if you haven't seen The Last of Us episode 5, get out of here. But I really like this episode titled Endure and Survive. It's just they're building this show so beautifully. And the changes they're making from the game to the show in the way that they're making it is so perfect. Craig Mazin, Neil Druckmann, I really shout out to you guys because you guys are doing a great job. It was Craig Mazin's idea to make Sam's character deaf. So add another little obstacle into this. Now Henry and Sam are signing to each other. And it's like, oh, it was so perfect. Like it's the perfect change from the game to the show. And there was like subtle changes from the games to the show. But, man, like they get to the point where they're at the sniper tower and they're walking and they're walking through the tunnel. Oh, they're walking through the tunnels, and they get to see the Ish poster, which is from the game, where there's all these notes you find from him and his family, and it went terribly long because they left a door open and clickers got in. And the infected in the show get buried underground and then come back later, and we definitely get the bloater. The bloater boy comes crawling out. Oh, he's terrifying. Look at him. Oh, God. So he comes crawling on out of the ground, and he's huge, and he's strong, and he sees this handsome buck, Tommy, Jeffrey Pierce, freaking playing Perry, and he tells Kathleen to run, but her dumbass just can't forget Henry and the kids. So she runs after them, but Henry turns around. He's lighting this thing up, shooting tons of bullets. None of them are affecting this thing, and the thing runs up and rips off poor Tommy's head. And Jeffrey Pierce played Tommy in the games, for those of you that don't know. So I'm attached to him, especially after playing the second game, and he played Tommy in the second game too. And Tommy has a bigger role in the second game. It's Henry and Sam. Right, so the clickers are all over them, and they're under the truck, and they're hiding. This is where, unfortunately, Sam gets infected, and he shares with Ellie. And I thought this was a great change from the game to the show too, because in the game, they don't ever find out that Ellie's immune, and in the game, Sam doesn't tell Ellie that he gets infected. So in the show, he has his little board that they're writing to communicate on, back and forth, and he shares with Ellie that he's been bit, and Ellie's like, shows him her bite and goes, my blood is medicine, like cuts her hand and then tries to put her blood on the wound. And she's a kid, so she's like, maybe it's hopeful. Even my mom was like, hasn't played the game, so she's watching it, and she's like, God damn, I really can't tell, like, is he gonna die? What's gonna happen? And he's deaf, so he's sitting on the bed, and she's like, Sam? And he doesn't answer. So like, as the zombie, right, clickers can't hear, but he's a runner, so technically aren't they supposed to still be able to hear? But because it's Sam on the inside, no eardrums, so he can't hear. So she walks up, taps him on the shoulder, and he starts attacking her, which is like the game. Sam gets infected, turns overnight, and attacks Ellie in the morning. And then in the game, Joel's gun's in the backpack. He's reaching for the bag, and Henry shoots the ground, and he's like, God damn it, I have to help Ellie, and then goes for his gun again, and Henry shoots Sam. In the show, Henry's gun was empty anyways, so that Henry and Joel are sitting on the ground, and Henry grabs the gun first, and he shoots the ground to stop Joel from running over, and then Henry shoots his own brother because he has to, because Sam's gonna infect Ellie, but Henry doesn't know that Ellie's immune. Like, oh God, like, it's such a tough situation. He had to do it either way. But so Henry has to kill Sam, and then Sam dies, and because he's infected, so then Henry can't live with what he does. So then he really starts thinking about it, and Joel's like, don't put the gun down, put the gun down. And in the game, Henry kills himself, and then we get a hard cut to the fall, and it's been a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, and they've now made their way over to the west, and they're with Tommy. In the show, they cut to them had buried 2 bodies, which Joel has, at this point, would not have buried these 2 bodies. He knows, like, there's no point in this apocalypse world. So he did that for Ellie, because Ellie was close with Sam, or had gotten closer with Sam and was hanging with them, and Joel felt for Henry's story, and oh man, it was just so tough. Like, oh God. But so they get bit, and it's tough, and Sam makes drawings of Joel, Ellie, and Sam. Oh God, it's so sad. So sad. Oh man. And then at the end, Joel's sitting there, and he's really looking down, and he's looking down at the I'm sorry Joel that Ellie left, and Ellie's like, where's West? And he goes that way, and she just starts walking. So they're in Kansas City, and they're heading to Wyoming, and they're just walking. So they're going to be there in a long time. So I don't know, maybe we'll get a cut in the next episode to the fall, but we know that they're definitely heading west. And I saw this picture, right? So we just had episode 5, so there's 4 more episodes left. So this was the middle of the season. This is the halfway point. So that's why that bloater and everything was a big deal. And all those bloaters and infected took out all those people in Kansas City. So now the bloater is just walking around. So wherever they go, I don't know, god damn. Like, but so this little picture here, you see episode 6 is titled Kin, which is going to be the Tommy story in him and looks like the city in Wyoming with the horses and stuff. So I'm guessing we do get a time jump and it will be in Wyoming next episode. This should be another interesting episode because by the end of it, it must be where Ellie goes and tells Joel that how she got infected, because episode 7 is the Left Behind, which is the title of the DLC from the game. The Left Behind, The Last of Us DLC from part 1 of the game is Riley's story, which is played by something Storm. I'm sorry, I don't remember this poor actress's name, but she played the sister of Zendaya in Euphoria, and she kills it in that, and she's definitely going to kill it in this. But so episode 7 is going to be Ellie's infected story. That's going to be a tough throw in between, and then I think episode 8 is going to be the cannibals, you know what I mean, from the games. If you know, you know. When we are in need. So episode 8 I think is going to be interesting, and then look for the light. Season finale is episode 9, and Joel's got a gun and he's walking. So man, in episode 8 there though, right to the left, is that Troy Baker with the hat on? So I wonder if the guy just to his right is the cannibal guy that's creepy, and he's just his buddy that's with him that has to go get the medicine in the game. If you guys know, you know. But man, I am so excited for these 4 weeks. 4 more weeks. 4 more weeks of winter. It's like we saw our shadow. Groundhog's Day, what's up? But so today is Sunday, February 12th. Then we got the 19th. So February 19th is when I believe the next episode comes out of The Last of Us. And then we have the 26th, then March 5th, and then March 12th is when it ends. And I believe Pedro's Mandalorian comes out March 1st. So he's going to have 3 weeks of Mandalorian going on for the last 3 weeks of The Last of Us, and he's gonna have the first. So man, Pedro's been busy, man. But we're gonna be heading into March, and I got some Lego videos for y'all. Like, I got things to do. Like, you guys have no idea. Next week is Ant-Man vs. the Wasp, so I think I'm gonna cut this episode right here. I'll post this one today, and by the time the Celtics game ends, I'll have the next episode. We'll talk about the Celtics Grizzlies. We'll talk about the Super Bowl if I'm not before the Super Bowl, but I don't really care about the Super Bowl either way. I'm not rooting for Philly because I will never root for Philly, so that leaves Patty Mahomes. So I guess go Kansas City. Fuck you, Philly. But that's just the Boston in me. I'm being petty. But I'll see you guys next episode. We're going to talk predictions for Ant-Man, which is next Thursday for me in Langone, and we're going to talk some video games next episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, peace. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash that bell if you want to be notified when these videos are coming out. And links in my description for my other social medias, my Instagram, my Twitter. Follow me on there. Comment below what you guys are thinking about for the Celtics. What did you think about the trades? What did you think about The Last of Us Episode 5? What do you think about The Last of Us in general? And are you watching the rest of the series with as much hype and excitement that I am? I'll see you in the next one. Peace, peace. Be well, guys.